Hey guys, Mega Man NG here. I just finished watching Terminator Genisys. I went to the theater to see it with my mom and my uncle, and yeah, it was really good. It really was enjoyable. But I know what you guys are thinking. Why would I be seeing Terminator Genisys when I should be more looking forward to other films like Jurassic World or Ant-Man? Well, my uncle wanted to see it, so why the heck not? This is not only going to be a review of the film, but it's also going to be my thoughts. My honest thoughts about it, what I feel about it, what I like, dislike, etc. There are going to be spoilers here, but I'm not going to spoil too much of it. I'm only going to spoil a little bit. And if you don't want to be spoiled, just close the video and that's it. This is my only warning because once I stop, that's when I start talking about it. You have been warned. Alright, the plot's pretty simple, just like it was in the first movie. Terminator goes back in time to kill Sarah Connor, right? Yeah, but that's where things get a bit different. Because even though the Resistance sends one of their own back in time, the sooner they arrive in 1984, things change. Things completely change. They completely change. The entire timeline has been completely altered. And seeing the beginning on how Judgment Day actually happened was just a scary thought. And it always makes me wonder if it's going to be the same for us. But seriously, this is science fiction. It's science fiction. You never know. It's always fantasy. But with how technology continually changing, who knows? Anyway, back to the movie at hand. The movie itself was pretty good. All the actors did a pretty good job. Especially Arnold Schwarzenegger, who played as the Guardian. Who basically was the T-800 who sent back in time to protect Sarah Connor. The weirdest thing is, they never knew why. I believe it was basically more like a security measure. It was nice seeing the old T-800 go up against the new one. Yeah, the young T-800 was portrayed by Brett Azar, who did a pretty good job using a body double with CGI makeup, making him look like young Arnold. That was pretty interesting. The battle for it was awesome. But what surprised me was the T-1000 that showed up sometime later, and I'm like, damn. Lee Byung-hun did a good job as a T-1000. And he was actually pretty scary. Instead of just using like liquid metal body, he can actually convert liquid metal into his hands and use them as like blades. That is really cool. And the CGI for it was pretty awesome. It really was. So, what do I think about the other characters? Like, Kyle Reese was, yeah, he was alright, but I felt that in the beginning of the film, he was a complete douche. He was like a jerk. Because he was focused on his objective, and I believe all the war, all the suffering, and everything made him hard as steel. And yeah, Emilia Clarke, who played Sarah Connor, was good. I feel that this version of Sarah Connor is completely different. It's changed. It's changed around because some things had happened to her. Because remember, in this film, it's basically a new timeline. A timeline that has just completely changed. Well, as a result of the recent actions. What about else? I know. There was one of the problems that I had with the film is that before the film was released, the trailers kept revealing a new enemy. And when I found out that John Connor would be it, I was like, why would you do that? Shouldn't that be safe for the movie? It basically kills the purpose of it. It just does. However, when I saw the film for myself and found out why, it was rather shocking. Because when I saw it happen, I was like, my God, I didn't see it coming. I really didn't see it coming, and some of the bits were just scary. It was not only scary, but terrifying. This new evil is just really threatening, and I'm surprised. I really am. Yeah, I was just too excited on the movie. There was a lot of good action, especially when they took down the T-1000, like with the chase scene, and then later on in the movie. And yeah, I'm saying it because there is spoilers. The T-3000. The T-3000 is basically a human-machine hybrid. Basically a mix of human and machine, but sent to destroy. And how they explained what it was like was actually pretty cool. Pretty cool, but also pretty scary, though nothing would compare to liquid metal, seeing how it was able to change shape. This here, though, it's able to change form. It does not just change identity, but basically, through a cellular level, it can appear in one spot and then appear in the other almost immediately. I was blown away by the CG. It was alright. Not to mention, there were some funny moments, too. There was, like, some bits that were just so hilarious that it was just awesome. It made me chuckle, it made me laugh a bit, but it just was enough to say I enjoyed it for sure. Although, how do I put this? Yeah, there was a lot of good things about it, but I feel that there was a lot of bad because yeah, I understand that they want to copy like how the feel of the first two Terminator films were, And those types can't be replaced. They can't. But I wish they did it a bit too hard and emphasized more on the action and the CG. We had some good action, and it reminded me of the previous films, and it was a blast. I really mean it. It really was a blast. Not to mention finding out the true origins, like how Skynet came about. Wait, I don't know if they ever explain how Skynet, but yeah, the idea of time traveling on it just to stop Judgment Day would pretty much be it was an interesting idea. However, I felt that the first two films actually did it better. But we're now dealing with alternate timelines, so it's never sure. It never is sure, because even though by the end they always save the day and whatnot, you don't even know for sure. You don't even know. And trying to find the right words for the review is just a bit hard because the movie was pretty fun. Truth is, Arnold Schwarzenegger really did a great job. He did an excellent job as the Terminator we all grew to know. And I like the idea of how the Terminator gotten older. Yeah, having been around and protecting Sarah for decades. Really was something. Although it makes me wonder what they were thinking when they decided to just throw a curveball and create like a new timeline out of it. When the original two films, they stand out on their own. However, the others are not so much. But hey, I enjoyed it just as much as anyone else. When I came out of the movie, I felt satisfied. I felt happy. I felt happy that there was hope. Although people have already said that in the post-credits scene, it's not over. But who knows? Only time will tell, because destiny is never left a chance. And fate is however you make it. If I had any nitpicks, it's just that I felt that the T-800 and the T-1000 were taken down pretty quickly. I wish they would have added a bit more action showing off what the T-1000 can do. We already saw in a few scenes how the T-1000 can be able to chop up parts of himself, turn it as a weapon, use parts of his metal skin to be able to track enemies. And also being able to, fool the enemy. It was really interesting. Although seeing the T-3000 was something. I also have to commend that, yes, Matt Smith is in the movie. First time a Terminator film has a doctor, the 11th Doctor, in this film. It just came right out of left field. I didn't really see it coming. When I saw it in the beginning, I had no idea. But it wasn't until later that I knew why. And I'm not going to spoil it because that would kill the purpose. You want to know, you can always find out and watch it for yourself. Now, how do I rate this? Because I know a lot of people are going to bash me. Why would I rate it high? But I want to say this. This review is opinionated. It's opinionated. You are more than welcome to disagree with me. You are more than welcome to critique me. And don't worry, I won't bash you or anything, because remember, this is from a biased perspective. I could be right or I could be wrong. It depends. I'm going to give this film a 7 out of 10. It's a pretty fun film. I really did enjoy it, and I wouldn't mind going a second outing to see it. I just only wish that they would at least emphasize a lot more better with, the battles and everything. Either that, my memory kind of fuzzy because the action was just that good. There were some good bits of comedy. All the actors did a great job. All the actors did a good job. I like the idea of how something as simple as an operating system that would ultimately become the very evil that would happen in the future. And yeah, at least the ending can pretty much tell me that, yeah, I feel that it's in good hands. Though I only wish it could be done a lot better. Because it's at least better than Terminator Salvation, and that was awful. Although Terminator 3, it's all action and no substance. If you want to watch a true Terminator film, watch the first two movies. Because they have stood the test of time, and they will not disappoint you. Trust me, they won't. Have any questions, comments, anything? Let me know. I'll answer to the best of my ability. That's it for my movie review. I apologize if it's a bit short, because I didn't really have that much to say, but yeah, I give it a 7. A 7 out of 10. It's a good film. A good film where it's you could just watch once and that's it. It has some good action, some comedy, and it reminds me of the old films. And I know what you're thinking. Why give it a high score? Remember, it's my opinion, so you are more than welcome to disagree with me. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button. It means a lot to me. I'll see you guys next time. If I ever do watch a movie on theaters, I'll make sure to provide my honest opinions about it. Alright, peace out.